Hi, everybody, and happy holidays. My name is Marlene Williams. I am one of 9 authors in the Holiday Giftaway, a wonderful prize for one person will get 9 signed paperbacks, and 9 happy people will get 1 ebook. So, right now, I'm going to introduce you to one of the other authors, April Kidwell, and we're going to field some questions and get to know April a little bit better and have her tell us about her book. Hi, April.
Hi.
April, introduce yourself. Tell us the genre of your book.
My name is April Kidwell. I write contemporary and occasionally historical romance for the waiting heart.
I love that. That's such a beautiful tagline. I wish I could steal it, but you already have it. So tell me a little bit about the book that you're going to be offering as part of the gift away.
Okay, so the book I'm offering this time is Next Christmas. And the story is best friends who have chosen not to tell each other that they're in love. And she sets out to win his heart this year.
Oh, that sounds so cute. Do you have it nearby so we can take a look at the cover?
I actually this is the print book.
Oh,
Christmas and A Love for All Seasons.
Oh,
So
it's beautiful.
it actually gets a bonus book, but
wow, you heard it first here, folks. That's really very cool. And who is this? Who is your ideal reader for this wonderful book?
My ideal reader is usually a woman. She has waited for love, she's longed for love, or she has lost love, and she has to learn that her first love has to be Jesus first before she can fall in love and find the one she's waiting for.
Oh, I think a lot of us learned that lesson the hard way. I think, but that's a beautiful, beautiful idea. So let's learn a little bit about you as an author and as a reader. What is the best gift book? We're giving these books as a holiday gift. So what was your favorite gift book?
My favorite was probably our family decided to do the Jola Book of Vlad. Excuse me if I'm not saying it quite right. But we all gifted books for each other. We ate chocolate and bread on Christmas Eve. And my son decided that I needed to read Swiss Family Robinson because I had not read enough classics. I was teaching literature and I had read very few actual classics.
Oh, no kidding.
I admit it. But it was a great book.
Did you like it?
I did. It was almost as good. No, it was better than the movie. It really was better than the movie.
Yeah. And your son was he smug or about that? Did he know you would like it?
He was pretty sure. And, he's read in one form or another pretty much all the classics in his words. So it was a big deal for him to get me to read something and enjoy it.
Well, speaking of kids and sons and things, who taught you to read? Do you have a memory of your first book that you read?
The first thing I remember reading is Dick and Jane.
Me too. That was my answer too, April.
That's the I could do. It was in school. I was struggling to read for the longest. I learned to read Dick and Jane. I don't remember the first book. I had kids' books and stuff, but my first Christian romance was actually Patricia Dunaway's Irish Lace. And probably most people have not heard of her, but she was an early Christian romance author, and she happened to be the wife of a pastor in my area. So
no case you had a local connection to her. That's very cool. And that was your gateway drug to the world of Christian romance, huh?
Well, I already knew that's where I was headed.
Did you always that was what you wanted to write from the get-go?
Christian romance? I wanted to write romance. I loved romance, and I really wanted to write sweet and clean. Any romance I loved. I devoured romance, and I knew that it just was not, there was just too much in there that I did not like. And I wanted to be that person writing true romance that would connect with readers and not have to go into all the areas that we don't need to read about. My,
TMI, TMI, TMI.
one of my favorite authors always says, she does not share what her people might do behind closed doors. And I think
In the
that's,
privacy of their
oh, yeah,
whatever.
that's
Oh,
their business. And I think that's a great way to look at it.
I do. I think that's really cool. So bear that in mind, viewers or listeners. These are clean, Christian, sweet romance books, and that we have a lot of genres in this giveaway. But for the romance ones, they're going to be clean and sweet. So, if you had a favorite book, I know this is a tough question for some authors, but do you have something? Maybe you tell us about the book that you're reading right now if you can't really pin down your favorite book.
Well, I do have a favorite that I always point to, and it's Tammy L. Gray's. See, I do it. It's the second book in her Faith series, and it's got all the dogs, and I just love them. I love them.
You have how many dogs, April?
I have 3.
Oh, okay.
I have 2. My son has 1, but she lives here, so
she might as well be yours, right? That's so. Oh,
so my current book, though, is actually a fiance finale that I'm reading. By Angela Ruth Strong, and I'm excited about that. It's a Pacific Northwest story, and
neat.
About home.
Tell us a little bit about where you live.
I live in the center of Oregon, so I'm on the dry side. It is not rainy here, and we tend to be not like the other side. So Eugene, we're a very different part of the state.
Very interesting. I'm sure that most people from the East Coast, as I am, or maybe other parts of the U.S., do not realize that there's sort of a dividing line there. Yeah, I happen to know this a little more than you might because I'm actually in a writing group with April, and we are writing a project together, which I'm going to sneak in a plug here for our book while we're doing this. This just launched today, so forgive us for being excited about this, but Christmas in the Cascades, that's not part of the giveaway, but it's a terrific book. You really should get it. So back to our regularly scheduled interview here. Tell me a little bit about where you write. When you are nestling in as an author, what's your scene?
I can write anywhere. I tend to take notes, jot down ideas. I have written in a fishing boat while I'm supposed to be fishing and otherwise engaged. I wrote actually the second book here, A Love for All Seasons. I wrote that primarily in my closet between 2 and 4 a.m. My bedroom closet. There was just a whole thing with puppies and kids. And
oh my gosh, April, I can't even imagine.
And then on, normal days, I write in my office, which is
wow, that's a first, writing in the closet. So you're a secret writer, in the middle of the night writer. Tell me, what do you drink when you write? I mean, some people are very, very specific about their writing routines, their eating and drinking routines. Do you have any words of wisdom for other authors, or just something to tell your readers?
My favorite is Metolius tea. They have a mint chocolate chip tea that is just beautiful, and it's local. So that is a fun one. I also love Teas Tonics, which again is a local tea. So tea tends to be my go-to. Since post-chemo, I can't indulge in coffee too much, but when I do coffee, tends to be coffee and cream. I can't. I do love a good mocha, but I try to. I'm all over the place.
Yeah. Well, have you ever noticed on Instagram that it's like every author talks about their coffee? It's their coffee, a coffee. And I thought for a while there, I was like, I can't be an author because I drink tea. I'm sorry. I'm immediately out of the brotherhood. So I'm glad to hear that there's another tea drinking author. Thank you. And if you are a tea drinking author, please make a note of that in the comments below and show us some love. Will you show us some tea drinkers some love? So we're going to wrap this up, but I do want to ask one very important question. All of the books in the gift away are built around the idea of of a truth. There's a spiritual truth in every one of these books, whether it's a devotional or a rom-com or a fantasy. Tell us a little bit about the spiritual truth that readers will find in your book.
It's pretty straightforward. We may lie to ourselves and others, but God knows our heart.
Oh, that is right. There's the bottom line, isn't it? He knows the heart. Well, thank you so much, April, for sharing this. Hold up your book again and tell us your title and tell us your URL for your website, please.
So the book for the giveaway is next Christmas. Print book, you'll get both in the High Desert Romance collection because this is the print copy. My website is aprilkidwellauthor.com.
And Kidwell is Kidwell, correct? Wonderful.
Just like the month.
Just like April, just like the month. That's a beautiful thing. Well, thank you again, April, this is so exciting. We have the 9 books in this gift-away, holiday gift-away. And if you can't stand it and you want to read April's book right away, the link for buying the book will be in the comments below. And just think, if you win the grand prize, you'll already be read up on the book and you'll have one to give away for someone else. So enter the gift away below in the comments and learn a little bit more about the other authors through this little series. And I just want to encourage you all to remember that there are 9 winners of the ebooks, but 1 grand prize winner of 9 signed paperbacks. So thank you again. Merry Christmas, everybody. And we can't wait to see who gets the books. Bye, everybody.